Happy spring, boys and girls. Have you been planting some seeds? If so, this story is about seeds that have been planted and things that have grown, and it's called Tops and Bottoms by Janet Stevens. Are you ready? Did you see how I'm holding this book today? This might be a tricky one. I'll do my best to read to you. Tops and bottoms. Can you see how things are growing? Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all of his wealth to his son. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Not far down the road lived a rabbit. Although Rabbit was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise and had sold all of his land to Bear to pay off his debt. Rabbit and his family were in very bad shape. "The children are so hungry, Father Rabbit. We must think of something," Mrs. Rabbit cried one day. So Rabbit and Mrs. Rabbit put their heads together and cooked up a plan. The next day, Rabbit hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was asleep. "Hello, Bear, wake up. It's your neighbor, Rabbit, and I have an idea." Bear opened one eye and grunted. "We can be business partners," Rabbit said. "All we need is this field right here in front of your house. I'll do the hard work of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profit right down the middle. Yes, sir, Bear, we're in this together. I'll work and you sleep." "Huh?" said Bear. "So, what will it be, Bear?" asked Rabbit. "The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you. Tops or bottoms?" Let's see," Bear said with a yawn. "I'll take the top half." "Right, tops." Rabbit smiled. "It's a done deal, Bear." So Bear went back to sleep, and Rabbit and his family went to work. Rabbit planted, Mrs. Rabbit watered, and everyone weeded. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Rabbit called out, "Wake up, Bear. You get the tops, and I get the bottoms." Now look at what he planted. Rabbit and his family dug up all the carrots, the radishes, and the beets. Rabbit plucked off all the tops and tossed them into a pile for Bear and put the bottoms aside for himself. So this is the tops, and Rabbit gets the bottoms. Bear stared at the pile. "But Rabbit, all the best parts are in your half." "Well, you chose the tops, Bear," Rabbit said. "Now, Rabbit, you've tricked me. You plant this field again, and this season, I want the bottoms." Rabbit agreed. "It's a done deal, Bear." So Bear went back to sleep, and Rabbit and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded. And Bear kept sleeping. Did you see? Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Rabbit called out, "Wake up, Bear. You get the bottoms, and I get the tops." Rabbit and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. Rabbit pulled off the bottoms for Bear and put the tops in his own pile. Bear looked at the pile and scowled. "Rabbit, you have have cheated me again. But Bear, you wanted the bottoms this time. Bear growled, you plant this field again, Rabbit. You've tricked me twice, and you owe me 1 season of both tops and bottoms. You're right, poor old Bear, said Rabbit. It's only fair that you get both the tops and the bottoms this time. It's a done deal. See, here are the tops, and that's what Rabbit got, all the part to eat. Here's the bottoms, and that's what Bear got. So Bear went back to sleep, and Rabbit and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded, and then watered and weeded some more. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Rabbit called out, wake up, Bear! This time you get the tops and the bottoms. There, in front of Bear's family, lay a high field of corn. Rabbit and his family yanked up every corn stalk. Rabbit tugged off the roots at the bottom and the tassels at the top and put them in a pile for Bear. Then he carefully collected the ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his pile. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. See, Bear, you get the tops and the bottoms. I just get the middles. Yes, sir, Bear? It's a done deal. Oh, look at Bear's face. By now, Bear was wide awake. That's it, Rabbit, he hollered. From now on, I'll plant my own crops and take the tops, bottoms, and the middles. Rabbit and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road toward their home. Oops. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Rabbit bought back his land with the profit from the crops, and he and Mrs. Rabbit opened a vegetable stand. And although Rabbit and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. So boys and girls, when we've been talking about vegetables, some are the bottoms, some grow in the ground, some are the tops, they grow above the ground, and some are the middles. So when you eat some food and watch some things growing in the garden, think about, are they the tops, middles, or bottoms? See you again soon.